Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Priyasha Das and today we are up with our third session on XJMT. Guys, I'm not sure what was wrong with this video last time. दो बार अटेम्प्ट किए मैंने पहली बार तो ऑडियो रिकॉर्ड नहीं हुआ दूसरी बार ऑडियो खराब से रिकॉर्ड हुआ तो इसीलिए आई एम री रिकॉर्डिंग इट अगेन. I'm so sorry for the delay because I was caught up with my work. But then we are back with a session number 3 on XGMT emotional quotient. And just like the previous two sessions, I would like to highlight the point that no other sessions or videos on YouTube are actually taking all the aspects of EQ. That means all the subparts of EQ together at one place. So here you are getting the part 3 where we'll be only talking about self-regulation and motivation wala concept. So let's get into the detail and understand what self-regulation and motivation is, what type of answers are considered correct, and कैसे इससे deal किया जाए, right? At the same time, I like to remind you people that if you haven't liked this session yet, please do like the session as well. If you're new to the channel, then do consider subscribing as well. And let's get started. So when we talk about self-regulation, we know that we have to regulate our reactions. There's always a 6 seconds gap between action and reaction. That means if you feel something and you react immediately, that is what is called as reaction. But when you think about it for at least 6 seconds, you do whatever is called as an action. That means you monitor your thoughts, you manage your thoughts. You not only manage your thoughts but also your energy state, your emotions, as well as your behavior. And जब भी हम वर्क प्लेस में काम करते हैं, then it's very very important for us to manage it, because there is something called as an acceptable behavior, जिससे जो आपकी जो रिजल्ट्स जो हमें देखने को मिलती हैं आपके रिएक्शन की, वो सिर्फ आपको इम्पैक्ट नहीं करती बल्कि वो आपके रिलेशनशिप्स को, आपके करियर को भी इम्पैक्ट करती है. So when in workplace, how to stay calm under pressure, how to evenly work out even when you're stressed or angry, is basically striking a balance. And these is what we'll be talking about through the questions and answers. Obviously the questions which I'll be taking further would be PYQ memory based, so अच्छे से ध्यान दीजिएगा. एंड कुछ उसी से रिलेटेबल क्वेश्चंस हैं. फिर आते हैं मोटिवेशन पर. तो दो तरह की मोटिवेशन होती है, इंट्रिंसिक मोटिवेशन और एक्सट्रिंसिक मोटिवेशन, राइट? इंटरनल मोटिवेशन पे हमारा पूरा ध्यान रहेगा व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट ईक्यू, दैट इज इमोशनल क्वोशंट, बिकॉज एक पर्सन को एक हाई स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लाइफ तक जाने के लिए ज़रूरी है कि वो हर चीज़ को इंट्रिंसिकली मोटिवेट होकर करे, ना कि एक्सट्रिंसिक मोटिवेशन से, जैसे कि सैलरी हो गई, पेमेंट हो गया, द काइंड ऑफ जॉब रोल यू आर गेटिंग. It's just external. What is internal? Internal is how you try to improve and meet a standard of excellence, how you're more result oriented, how your commitment is high, how you take initiatives and remain optimistic even when you are facing some setbacks. Basically, handling pressure is a intersection of two major things. The first thing is using self regulation, of course, to stay composed, and also using your motivation to stay upright there, okay, and join the things the way it is presented to you. अगर आप इस स्ट्रेस कर्व को देखो तो आप देख पाओगे कि exactly at this particular point, okay, which is the intersection of something called as optimum stress and too much stress, is the point where you peak your performance. तो एग्जैक्टली इसी बैलेंस को ही अटेन करने के लिए ईक्यू के क्वेश्चंस आपको पूछे जाते हैं एंड देखा जाता है कि आप किस मोमेंट में कैसे रिएक्ट करना, एटलीस्ट फॉर अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, यू कंसिडर दैट टू बी द करेक्ट आंसर. So let's get started guys. Let's start with the first question. याद रहे कि इन questions और इन answers से जितनी learning नहीं होगी, उससे ज़्यादा learning सिर्फ इसको सुनकर होगी. Because I will be coming across with some additional terms, जो terms आप generally अपने MBA के दौरान सुनने वाले होंगे. उन टर्म्स को मैं आपको पहले से बता दूंगी ताकि यू कैन यूज देम एंड ऐड देम टू योर MBA vocabulary, so that when you use it in your PI or your GD, you appear to be more MBA ready than others. So let's start with the first question. You receive a very aggressive email from the client blaming you for a mistake that was actually their fault. So what is the best example of self regulation in this case? You reply immediately, pointing out their errors and do not, so that they do not think that you are weak. Well, this is sometimes we do in a reaction, but what is the problem in option A? It is a reaction. यही तो उसकी problem है, और हमें reaction नहीं action चाहिए. So we go to option B. Delete the email and ignore the client for the rest of the day to calm down. देखो calm down तक तो ठीक है, but ignoring or avoidance is never a solution. So option B is also out. Draft a response, wait for an hour to review it, and then send a professional clarification. Well, in that case, this makes most sense because this demonstrates impulse control. Write it down if you're making notes right now. This is called as impulse control, which is allowing you for cognitive processing. Time दे रहा है आपको. Before you can act on the basis of your emotional reaction, you're giving yourself time to think over it, ponder about what the effects are going to be. Then comes option D. Why is D wrong? Because D is unprofessional and it is also escalating some sort of toxicity. पूरे टीम को बताकर क्या ही फायदा होने वाला है. Let's go to question number 2. So what do we learn here? Impulse control. Okay. Question number 2. You are leading a project that is behind schedule and your manager is demanding an update in 10 minutes. You are leading the project, remember that. So just saying a sorry, 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 sorry is not gonna help. बहुत सारे लोग option C को tick mark कर देते हैं because you think that apologizing profusely would actually help in this case, but unfortunately it shows your lack of confidence, and when compared with the other options it's not a good option to go with. So option C is out. When he blaming your team members can never be the right answer. So now I will not even spend a second explaining you that. Coming to telling your manager that you're sick and need to go home immediately is nothing but avoidance or escape. तो हम आते हैं राइट आंसर पर, एंड प्लीज मेक सम नोट्स. इसे कहते हैं फिजियोलॉजिकल रेगुलेशन. वाई फिजियोलॉजिकल रेगुलेशन? बिकॉज यहाँ पर आप कुछ फिजिकल टेक्निक्स का यूज कर रहे हो टू मैनेज द बॉडी स्ट्रेस रेस्पॉन्स. कौन सी फिजिकल टेक्निक्स है? 3 डीप ब्रेथ्स एंड देन ऑर्गेनाइजिंग द की फैक्ट्स एंड फोकसिंग ऑन द सोल्यूशन. यू नो कि आपको अपडेट तो देना ही है, तो जितना काम किया है उतना ही आप अच्छे से ऑर्गेनाइज करके बोलोगे तो शायद बात बेटर बनेगी. एंड टेकिंग 3 डीप ब्रेथ्स इज इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज ये लास्ट लाइन, the heart is racing and the palms are sweating, this indicates that you need to do something which will calm you down. Let's come to question number 3. Which of the following best describes achievement drive? तो achievement drive की best definition आपको देखने को मिलेगी option B में, which is the internal pull to meet high standards of excellence and improve your performance at the same time. Remember, इसे हम कुछ नहीं but intrinsic motivation कहते हैं, which will come from internal satisfaction rather than any external reward. Come to question number 4. You fail to meet your quarterly sales target for the first time in 2 years, and a person with high EQ based motivation would do what? देखो, आपने अपना टारगेट मिस तो किया है, बट एट द सेम टाइम दिस हैज हैपेंड फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन 2 years. तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में रिक्वेस्टिंग अ ट्रांसफर, ओके, पे अटेंशन टू दिस, requesting a transfer is nothing but quitting. Okay, and you don't have to quit in this situation just because you failed to miss a target or failed to achieve a target or missed a target. Then we go to number B. Option B says analyze the reasons for the shortfall and create a new strategy for the next quarter is what is called as mock analysis. तो अभी अभी तो आप लोगों ने मेजर एग्जाम्स दिए होंगे, तो यू गाइज आर अवेयर ऑफ द फैक्ट कि मॉक एनालिसिस में हम क्या करते हैं? We figure out the reasons why we went wrong in a particular question and try to prepare a new strategy or a new way of attempting the question, let's say. So option B here is called as internal locus of control. लिख ले. Internal locus of control is believing that the efforts and the strategy can change the future outcomes. वहीं अगर मैं ऑप्शन बी की सी की बात करूं तो assume that the market is bad, where this is something called as fatalistic. It's basically blaming the market and just believing कि आप अपने अनुसार कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते थे. And option D is hiding the data from the manager, which is unethical. So let's go with option B as the right answer. And what do we learn from there? We learn internal locus of control. Let's go to question number 5. In question number 5, we see when you are very angry at work, the amygdala hijack refers to what? तो ये amygdala hijack एक term है, बहुत commonly seen in psychology and also in MBA. Okay, amygdala hijack वो situation है जहां आपका emotional center of the brain takes over your rational thinking. यानी किसी इवेंट के होने की वजह से आपका दिमाग काम करना बंद कर देता है एंड आप इमोशनली जो सोचते हो कि अरे मुझे ये कर देना चाहिए वो आप कर देते हो इन अ रिएक्शन rather than thinking about what will be the consequences. So therefore option B is the best definition for amygdala hijack. But हमें यहाँ ये नहीं सीखना है. What are we here for? We are here to understand how to handle this situation. तो इस सिचुएशन को हैंडल करने के लिए हम यूज करेंगे इमोशनल मैनेजमेंट. इमोशनल मैनेजमेंट इन्वॉल्व्स रिकॉग्नाइजिंग द फीलिंग्स विदाउट बीइंग कंट्रोल्ड बाय देम. ऑप्शंस बाकी जो सारे हैं वो रॉन्ग है, तो वी विल नॉट डिस्कस दैट. लेट्स कम टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 देन. During a high pressure presentation, your laptop stops working. So how would you show self regulation in this situation? Sometimes this question can be framed in a way which would be like, how would you react? What would be the most apt reaction? Things like that. मैंने यहाँ self regulation add कर दिया है so that I could segregate the questions in one place. So let's go with question number 6. The first option says apologize and tell the audience that the presentation is cancelled. देखो यहाँ तक तो बात बिल्कुल ठीक है. Apologize, telling them is fine. But cancelling them is definitely not the right answer, because here the option A is showing me giving up, quitting. We are not cancelling the presentation just because the laptop stopped working. Come to option B. Ask the audience to wait while you call the IT department. यहाँ तक सब कुछ सही है, but read the next part. Stay silent for 15 minutes. Well, this is quite awkward. No doubt, this is making the situation pretty awkward. तो हम ये option B को भी select नहीं करने वाले. Then coming to option C, get visibly frustrated and start hitting the laptop to make it work is exactly called as emotional dysregulation. इसे कहते हैं इमोशनल डिसरेगुलेशन, एंड ये एग्जैक्टली ऑपोजिट है आपके आंसर का, तो इट्स डेफिनेटली नॉट गोइंग टू बी द राइट आंसर. So finally we go with option D, where you are expected to stay calm, explain the situation with a smile, and continue talking using whatever notes you have, even if you don't have access to your PPT right now. So that's exactly what you should do, and this is the right answer of the question. I hope so far you all have got the right answers. If you haven't, then congratulations too, because that's what you're learning here in this video, right? Let's go to question number 7. You have a long list of tasks and you're feeling overwhelmed. To maintain your achievement drive, what should you do in this situation? Well, in this situation, you need to utilize something called as goal proximity. तो लिख ले goal proximity क्या है? Where small wins actually help you build momentum needed for your long term motivation. And यहाँ अगर हम बात करें इसकी right answer की, so we will get option B as the right answer, which is breaking the task into smaller manageable goals and celebrating finishing each one of them. Because option A, multitasking and doing everything at a time, can lead to errors. So option A is not my answer. Option C is the pure example of procrastination, जहां आप postpone कर रहे हैं अपने काम को, wait कर रहे हैं जब तक आपको inspiration मिले. That's not gonna help. And option D shows lack of commitment, because you're asking your manager to give the work to someone else. That's actually not going to be the case. So we'll go with option B as the right answer. Let's come to question number 8, and let me remind you again that so far, if you found this video useful, please do like this video as well, and yep, subscribe to the channel also. Question number 8. You are passed over for a promotion you thought you deserved. I hope you know the meaning of passed over. It means आपको skip कर दिया गया है. Now, how do you handle this situation using self regulation? Of course, because today's topic is that. So, option A, ask for a meeting to understand the gaps in your performance to create a development plan. That is the most sensible thing to do, because yahan you are demonstrating growth mindset. You're using negative feedback as a tool for your future improvement. So, ye to bilkul hi, again, I can relate it to mocks, where you actually go through the wrong answers or the questions you couldn't do to understand where are the gaps so that you can improve it in your next mock. So, option A is the right answer. What is the problem with option B though? Option B says update your resume and quit the same day without notice. Okay, destructive. Option D, work slower for the next month to show your dissatisfaction. Some people actually do this, but again, it is also self destructive, also called as self sabotage. ये दोनों ही options आपके खुद के development के लिए या career के लिए खराब है. And option C, tell your colleagues about it. This is basically, gossip and bitching, which is never professional and never the right way out. किसी का भला नहीं हुआ इससे, right? Let's go to question number 9 then, everyone. Self regulation helps in building trust in a team because option A, people know you will never change your mind. Well, this is quite a rigid statement to go with, honestly, because self regulation is not about the fact that आप अपना decision कभी future में change नहीं कर सकते. Rather, it is about people knowing that you will not react impulsively. That's what self regulation is all about, or unfairly when things go wrong. And this is also something called as psychological safety. So you can mention this or note it down somewhere. Psychological safety among the team members is basically that feeling where the team members feel safe कि इन्हें कुछ भी हम बता सकते हैं अपने end से, या हम इन पे trust कर सकते हैं. So option B is the right answer in this case. Let's come to question number 10. Which of the following is a sign of low achievement drive? Well, that means we need to find out which one is not a high achievement drive. High achievement से मेरा मतलब है those people who are intrinsically motivated, right? And therefore any option which shows that हम अपने given task से कुछ ज़्यादा कर रहे हैं या हम high achieve करना चाहते हैं would not be my answer. So let's go with option A, seeking feedback even when the project is successful. Well, this is high intrinsic motivation. और हाई अचीवमेंट ड्राइव, क्योंकि इस केस में इंसान सही होने के बाद भी आंसर्स को इसीलिए रिव्यू करना चाहता है ताकि वो उसे किसी बेटर वे से कर सके, ऑलवेज अ स्कोप ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट जिसे कहते हैं. Then coming to option B, setting goals that are slightly beyond your reach. This is nothing but ambition, and high ambition rakhna is a sign of high achievement drive. Option C, staying in the comfort zone and avoiding any new challenge, is basically the opposite of option B. So that clearly states that this is the answer. जो भी लो अचीवमेंट ड्राइव वाले लोग होते हैं वो उतना ही काम करते हैं जितना उन्हें दिया जाता है, अपने कंफर्ट जोन में रहना चाहते हैं, बाहर निकल के कुछ एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी ट्राई नहीं करना चाहते, and that is a perfect example of low achievement drive. Whereas if I take taking personal responsibility for the team failure is definitely one of the good signs of high achievement drive, because of course आप पूरी टीम का भार खुद अपने कंधे पर उठाना चाह रहे हो, तो why not. So therefore comes the right answer of this question, which is option C. तो हमने काफी सारे 10 न्यू टर्म्स भी सीखे with these questions, guys. So let me remind you that if you haven't watched the rest of the two sessions or the previous year EQ का पूरा extensive playlist, then go and watch it right now and stay updated. Join the free Telegram group so that you get the links of all the other videos like English and quants, as well as logical reasoning and GK for XGMT and other entrance examinations. All the very best, and thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for sure if you haven't done that yet. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Till then, take care and study really hard. Thank you.